Let's do it now.
Turn up the volume nice and loud. Cause we are controlling transmission with dance beats and R&B. You're in the mix with Lil Drummer Girl. With your host, Dawn Marie. In the mix.
Hey, welcome to the Little Drummer Girl. It's Dawn Marie Mutell here, and tonight I have a very special interview. It was done at the Tequila Festival over in the Curtis Hickson Park in downtown Tampa, where I actually had a chance to meet with Brendan Hill, the Blues Traveler drummer, who was playing on stage that evening on the bus to give a quick interview before he went on stage. And now, here's Brendan Hill. So, Brendan, tell me, how old were you the first time you began playing music?
I was about 3. I started playing violin. I was born in London. My parents started me out violin, Suzuki method. And I started playing drums when I was 10.
Wow. And so, what inspired you to pick up playing drums?
I was walking down the hallway as a middle school, elementary schooler. And I passed by a classroom where a kid was playing snare drum rudiments. And I remember the moment where I stopped. I walked past the class, stopped. I was like, made the conscious decision, turned around, went back in the class and said, I want to do that. And the guy said, sign up right here, and you get a snare drum, you can take it home.
Wow, that's awesome. And so what was the first song you ever learned to play?
Probably something like some band song, like, ensemble, like symphonic wind ensemble thing. But the first song the Blues Traveler kind of learned was actually Message in a Bottle, one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Police, yeah.
Cool. And what's your favorite drum kit setup for you?
I use a 6-piece, so kick drum, snare, 2 racks, and 2 floor toms.
And your favorite cymbal company?
Zildjian, yeah.
Awesome. And how many bricks do you go through on a tour of drumsticks?
Bricks of drumsticks? We go through about 3 pair a night, and I usually throw a couple pair out as well.
You sign them?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Blues Traveler song?
I would have to say probably from Save His Soul, or maybe from Travels with Thieves, Mountain Cry, because I wrote that song and I got Greg Allman to sing on it and play on it. So
very cool. And your favorite album of all time?
From anybody, I would probably say Jeff Beck, Wired. It's probably one of my favorites.
Very cool. And what's your favorite book?
My favorite book, probably Lord of the Rings.
Very cool. So what would you say is your favorite genre of music?
I really do like kind of the 60s, 70s British invasion, like Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, that kind of generation.
And how many days a week do you practice?
When I'm on tour, every day. When I'm off, I usually take about a week off after tour just to kind of relax. And then I probably do a couple hours a day.
And then how long are your practice sessions?
Like an hour or so, an hour and a half.
Is your family musical?
Yeah, my daughter played drums for a band called Chainsaw, which was awesome. I wish my band was called Chainsaw. And then my other daughter is 14. She dances. She does ballet. And my son's really into sports, but I think he's about to pick up some instrument.
Wow. Did you ever teach music?
I teach drums.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Can you name some musicians you've learned from that were really inspirational to you?
Well, I went to the New School in New York when I was my freshman year of college, and I learned from Bernard Purdy, and he's one of the most fabulous drummers out there, most recorded drummers. And Chico Hamilton and Jerry Gonzalez were just some of the teachers there. I learned so much. I think the Allman Brothers, when we toured with them, learning from Butch and J-Mo, watching those guys play together really showed me how double drumming can work. J-Mo has that certain style which just complements what Butch does. To me, like just every drummer that I watch, that I see play, I learn from it. I'm like a sponge.
I hear you. I know, it's like infinite.
I don't get any better, but I'm a sponge.
Are you kidding? I've been a fan of yours for many, many years now.
Thanks.
And I try playing your songs, and it's really so many intricacies.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really cool.
You flatter. Thank you.
No, it's true. What would you say? Did you ever have a really embarrassing moment on stage?
I do have one moment. It was probably 1985. It was one of our biggest shows to date, and we were still in high school. And we were playing this thing called the Spring Fling, and it was a free show for all the students. The whole school was out front, and we set up our little setup. And I had my big drum solo, but I only had 1 pair of sticks. And right in the middle of my solo, I caught like a rim. And my stick went flying, and so I only had 1 stick. And I was just like, I got to get my stick. So I bang, ran around my kit, then picked up my drums, ran back, then went back to it. And,
I love that.
So it was embarrassing, but, John still recalls that story and said, how cool was that, that you actually did that? Yeah.
Absolutely. And so what would you say is your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve? I think, musicians that don't play live a lot, I think it's really important that the live should be represented. So I don't know if that's a pet peeve. I really want to encourage everyone that plays music, records it, get out there and play live as much as possible.
Sounds good. And what's your favorite food?
I love Thai food. Pretty much I'll eat anything. My wife says that I'll just, start picking up other people's plates.
And what would you say your favorite travel spot is?
Well, I love Europe. I mean, I did a motorcycle tour when I was 22 around the coastline of Ireland and staying a little bit bed and breakfast. So I love Ireland. I love in this country. There's just so many beautiful. Like I'm a motorcycle enthusiast, so Vermont, like all those little farm roads down in Virginia, the Natchez Trace down in Tennessee. Colorado has some wonderful, just switchbacks, and this whole country has beautiful places. So I'd say somewhere between Ireland, Colorado, San Francisco, and Vermont.
Right. So what city are you from?
I live right now in Bain Bridge, which is near Seattle, and I was born in London. Grew up in New Jersey and we moved out west in '93.
Nice. What part of Jersey do you live in?
Princeton.
Oh, very cool. Do you dine in or do you dine out?
My wife's a really good cook, so we eat out. And we've got a family, so dinner time is when we all get together.
That's awesome. Car or motorcycle?
I have both, but I like motorcycles.
What do you ride?
It's nothing special, but I bought it when I was 17. Just a Shadow 750, 1987. But it's fun. I took it out on the road for about 10 years, and then we kind of downsized from a tractor trailer to just a trailer behind the bus. And so the first thing to go was my motorcycle.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So it was a good 10 years.
Any words of wisdom for future performers?
Just go out there and perform like it's your first and your last night. And it's important not to get bored. So change things up, take chances, and always work on your craft. Never get complacent.
I like that. Knowing what you know now, would you do it again?
Yes.
Or would you change anything?
I think I'll probably be a little bit smarter about my money, but for the most part, I think it's been such a wonderful road. Every decision we've made as a group and myself has led me to where I am now. Right now, I'm happy.
Awesome. Well, Brendan, I know you have a show to do, and I don't want to hold you up, so thank you so much for being here this evening. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you,
It's an
Donna.
honor to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
And rock on out there tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again for stopping by. And don't forget to check out the actual show footage of Brendan drumming at my Lil Drummer Girl YouTube channel. That's LAL Drummer Girl. I will attach the show links to this episode. Enjoy the show.